last night, or bringing up the picture of last night to try to intimidate me. You just can't imagine how close they brought me to death the whole time I was at the hospital fighting to save my father's life. If you look at pictures, you can see they match the Disney art they sent to me before they started using these weapons, where my face is like erased, and you can just see like there's them just disintegrating me, trying to destroy my soul. But you can see, even though it was unbearably painful, like tonight when they're attacking my kidneys, and I was on the porch and I could feel myself getting blinder and blinder. You can see that God keeps me together, and that is a miraculous thing, that God keeps me together. Here I'm at, look, I went there, I wanted to see this, and I wanted to see the Sistine Chapel because I always wanted to see the cherubs on the chapel, up on the ceiling. I've always loved Leonardo da Vinci, and I've always liked Michelangelo, and but I was just doing art all day and building a store with products, and it's like something started hacking my brain, and it kept making me think it was Tom Hanks. And then they were making my brain so impaired, they were trying to make me think it was Disney. And then this person I don't know pops up on my instant message and says, oh, well, they use weapons to attack your sexual parts. They say that out of the blue. But I was downloading more pictures to do more merchandise, and I came across all these ghastly pictures at the hospital, and you can't begin to imagine the hellacious battle that was taking place there, with them assaulting us with weapons that no human should ever encounter. These are weapons that would have easily taken down a bull. If it had not been for Almighty God, I know I would have been finished. Trying to find some of the pictures that I saved, just to give you an idea of what, and as they're doing it to you, you can feel the devil. You can feel they are, and you can see a transformation in these people when you see them out in public. They're like covered with demons, and here's one of the balls. They've left this ball 3 different times in my creek and at Troy's Record Service across the street at the same time. And they leave umbrellas. And then when I pretend not to notice, they actually leave the thing, climb the tree, and put it up in the tree just to show me how sick they are. And they say it also represents not just the killer clown and the devil. They say it represents John Saul too. You know, remember the character Saul? They say that that's symbolic of that as well, but it's also symbolic of, they say, the Umbrella Club that they say my husband's ex and sons and special forces belong to. It has so many different names, and when I put a picture online of somebody that's got, police connections, they said that's a mob car, Sherry. That person is definitely the mob that's coming on your property. Trying to show you the hospital pictures that I downloaded a few minutes ago, if I can find them. You would just be in shock when you can see how they just use these weapons in public places and nobody stops them. Okay, here's the ones at the hospital. Okay, here's some of them at hospital and home. I'll just start showing you. Look, they wipe my face out with these weapons, and they send me Disney animation with my face wiped out, and they'll send me minion characters to say, blame the kids, blame Sarah Dyer, and she put them up to it with Alex DeSico, the Secret Service agent that was Jenna Bush's bodyguard that lived on our street. That's what they're always telling me. Look, I came home from the hospital this day, but I was being attacked in my dad's room. I came home just to change clothes. But the worst things are at the hospital, actually in the room. The things that they were doing there. Like here I am in the hospital. Look at these weapons. Sitting, they hit me this hard. This right here was at, I'm trying to remember if it was Ottoman or Baptist East. They got me at both hospitals, but one of them, they seemed to be able to hit me harder than the other one. But I was definitely hit hard at this place. And they sent me a message the day before. Execute, well, it had a little bat on it. And then had like a Star Wars type message in the other threats. Look, This is in my dad's hospital room. He and I both, worse than this, I'm being waylaid with weapons. At the same time, they're giving my dad a stroke and said they would. Before this happened, they said on my cell phone, you should have given your property to Justin Bretz and Sarah Dyer. I'm going to kill your dad because you didn't. Right instantly after that. He was supposed to go home the next day. He just had a medical procedure that the doctor said he didn't even need. He said, they don't know why they tell me to do a heart cath. He's not having any heart attack. His heart's better than it was 2 years ago. And that night, the doctor insisted on keeping him. And the doctor said he was perfectly fine. They said, and that night, I'm going to do that to him because you wouldn't give him your property. This is in my basement. Somebody told me use sage. When they were trying to wipe his heart out here and the neighbors were surrounding us and they had left relics here and they'd left things in the creek. They'd left 2 different snakes, rat snakes. They hit us so hard this night, I felt me and my father were both going to be dead. And somebody said, put sage on the floor. When I did, it started moving around, just making its own shape. And when it finally got done, it made a face like a devil and devil horns. And this is at the hospital. When he was losing blood, he'd already gotten bit here and in his home. And when he was in the hospital, the only explanation for blood was bites on him, but the doctors and nurses said they had never seen anything like it. And after they killed him, they went over and tried to damn him, and they left cutouts of American flags and things with Bob's offspring to symbolize them, like where they worked, St. Jude notepads and the items of theirs and dice, and they left American flag stickers. They tried to kill him on 9/11, but they missed by a day. This is real. And now they're trying to kill me with the same weapons that they used on my dad. Here I am being attacked again. And it's only by God. They've blinded me. They've made me where my vision is so bad now. And I had 20/20 vision before they started telling me, leave my home or you'll be blind and we're going to wipe your lungs out. But I stayed because I prayed and God wanted me to. I had 20/20 vision before this started. And they're sending this thing here. It's like a weapon. That's my property, and they're sending it. And this is all coming from Bob's ex. His estranged sons in special forces that were raised out of state by their mom. Disney, John Saw, and people in high places. And they almost killed me tonight. I think they really want to finish the job the way how bad I feel. Look, this is what I look like, attacked. And I can look afterward. There's brown all under my eyes. My eyes are blood red. Here's at the hospital. I was trying to be strong for my dad. I started off in a good spirit before the night was over. When my face disappeared, when I photographed myself, they had just wiped out everything my dad needed to try to help him stay strong through all the attacks on him. Look at this. I have put this out for years, and nobody cares. And I'm followed like people zap my brain, and a lot of them have their hair cut like devil horns. And they have caused so many car accidents.